hope you're all well. Mindful Moodling will be starting in a few minutes. Well, you know how early I am. Anyway, just bear with me, the video's about to start soon. Thanks, bye. Hello, look at the state of this. Is this your craft table? Is this what you look like? And if you don't, oh, well, wish mine look like yours. Right, this is the events of 5 minutes. Hi guys. Oh, let me put my doodah on. Doodah. Excuse me, the little bit. Oh, hello. I think it's Lindsay Ellis, isn't it? I can only see Elle. Hello, Linda, my darling. Audrey, Morag. Hello, ladies. It's great to see you. And this is a bit of an added plus, if you can ever think of that with me. Anyway, I've got a myriad of, I loved it. I don't know if anyone's been seeing them, but I like to put on a load of random words that I find in the dictionary that I've never heard of, but some I have, but I've never knew the context. And it's just quite strange how I just like using them now. So I'll show you what I've got. Right, so I'm not too sure. If you hear something like being attacked in the back room, it's just my washer. I have to go and retrieve it every now and again. I need a new one. So we're looking at Mac, and I want to extend this. Why are we over here? Right, I'm going to pull you over here a bit because you're about 2 foot away. Right, this is not where I normally am, you see. Come on, you sausage. This is not where I am. Yeah, I see all sorts of rubbish there. Yes! Is that better, guys? Yes! So I can't get ready. Jackie! Ellen! Hello! So we've been doing Mac, Charles Rennie Macintosh. And I really liked this the other day. And I thought, I want to do this, but take it one step further. So, you know, I've got my bits and bobs, like you do. And I found some of the other stuff I did. So, yeah, it's time to create. So, I was looking even at some of my Klimt patterns, and they do transfer really well to some of the Macintosh. But why can't we use that? Hello, Sue. Now, I can't see. I'm on YouTube, so if I don't say hello, it's because I'm not watching you on other channels. So I sometimes, all depends on where I'm watching you, as to where I can see you. That makes sense? So sometimes I can change it, and sometimes if I do that, I just lose you. So yeah, you can hear me. It's like a tank coming in, isn't it? Got some watercolours. Karen, have a cuppa. Yeah, I'd like to say it was thunder and lightning, but it's not. So I found this, and I thought, Alexa, quiet. I found this, and I thought, oh, I really like the shape of that. Really like. Hello, Sue Russell. I hope I haven't missed you. I don't think I can go into the others without having a bit of a dicky fit. So let me just check. Let me see if I can. No. Oh, hang on. Let me see. Oh, have I done that? Should not have done that, should I? Right, there's no one on there, so get rid of that. Let me see this one. Let's see if I can view you on this. Right, Sue, there is a big problem, right? There's a big problem, and that is Facebook doesn't allow third party. And what I mean by that is you can put it on you can send it to a room, a page, or a person, but you can't send it to a third party group. So it means like you're going from StreamYard to me to a group, but I can go from StreamYard to me. Do you get me? That's how I thought. Third party groups you can't send it to. However, anything that belongs to me, I can send it to. So I can send it to Louise Withers, Lou Withers Mindful Movement. So I can send it all to me, but I can't send it then on somewhere else. There is a way of doing it. We have to do it every single time. And believe you me, it's pain in the bum. Linda. My hubby got deafened by me shouting, I know it's Clint. Oh, great. Thank you. I have never, Karen, you're going to see, just put this up for you a second, right? If it's at the Laura, I went many, many years ago to see War Horse, and I have never applauded pieces of leather, nuts and bolts, you name it, like they were real. Goosebumps time, goosebumps. It was magnificent. That's all I'm going to say. I cried. Everybody I know came out crying. That's how good it was. Honestly, you can even see the men. It's amazing. It's amazing. Hello, Lindsay. Oh, right. Okay. So I've got these, and I found this, which is quite nice, but it's not going to lend to that feel that I've got. But I wanted to sort of end this with a bit of everything, and I really loved it the other day. I'm just having a mess because I get so tied up with trying to. You forget the journey, don't you? And just mess about thinking I've got to get the doofer done, the end product. So I'm choosing a piece of white card today. Yes, I know. And it's the wonderful card from Highlights. I do love it. It's not specifically one or the other card. It's not for this, not for that, but I love it generally. So I've got my little doofer. And I'm just going to go very lightly. And I haven't got my distress inks because they're in care. But I'm just going to go. See, you never see it till it's moved. And then you get a nice ghost. But what I don't want is to overpower it. Diane Reevely, many years ago, before she wore Crocs. I think I've told you that when I was there. She says, I'd rather stick pins in my eyes. And do you know what? She wears them now. Yeah, even the lovely Kate Crane. Yeah, see? They call it, yeah, don't forget. So, anyway, Diane Reevely years ago said, it's a background. It's not a foreground. I always remember that was a really good. I used to use it when I was teaching as well and say, look, it's in the background. You're not worried about it being the main thing. It's the background. So therefore, it should be in the background. So I've gone all over the card because I'm not trying to be specific with the areas just yet. But now I'm just going to go in with a tiny bit more. And I'm just going to go. Now, hopefully, some of the oil off my fingers has come off, I know. But hopefully we'll get some. This ink's not made for this, I know. But we'll get some more defined, areas. So that it's picking up the layer that's already down plus another layer. And these stencils are all on my storefront. Oops. Choices. We have choices, you see. And when you have choices at the beginning, sometimes it's a good idea to, if if you're doing a big sheet, keep some of it back so that you're not using it all. So you might want to go like that. Right, fingers on it. So I've done the background like that. Well, not done, is it? But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So now what I'm going to do is right. Oh yes, yes. I forgot. There it is. It should be here. I kept it safe. Yeah. Oh no. Have I moved it? No, there it is. Right, kept it safe. So I've got my paper punch. I'm just going to give myself some paper punches. So I really love the old. I used to read, well, I still do, every Agatha Christie in the world. Read them all 10 times. And the paper is 40 years old from my old flat. And then they were second hand. And yeah, it was just really strange how I can't waste that and the foxing on it. So, but I can't use them because they're like, but I did use 10 Little Indians because it's a bit bad to use now. But hey, it was different then, wasn't it? All I'm doing is cutting out some random like that. Always hard for me, you know that. And if you've got different sizes, cool, use your different sizes. You know, that's a good tip as well. So got a bit of white card left here, so I'm just going to go on with that. Okay, so I've got a whole list of oh do for bits there, so I'll put them there so you can see. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Oh, don't drop that. Right, just keep this back and a bit of, just keep back some of my reference material because this is, it keeps me inspired, you know, keeps me inspired. So I won't waste that because that's like gold dust. So I've got that, I've got some bits. Now, if you don't know what an ATC is, it's an artist trading card. So it means it's given and swapped and never sold. And it was a way of, before the internet and stuff, it was a way of passing details around to other people. Oh, you're on me doofer again, aren't you? Sorry. There we go. Oh, you bugger. Right. I'm just going to drop this leg down a little bit more because, let me just push it back. Sod. There we go. Oh, for God's sake, it's all going. Heat tongue. Right. Hopefully that'll suffice. Oh, that's better. I feel better there. So, yeah, there was a way of sort of transferring people's details without, you know, costing lots and lots of money. But they were odd and they were in sets. And the same way that we do prints now. So just to explain, so when you've got like, say you've got 100 prints, it'd be, when you sign it or do anything, it'd be one of, and then you put your number, okay? Go and have a rummage. Oh, I better turn that bit about your shower off. I'm losing people left, right and centre here, aren't I? Turn that off. I'm sure you don't want people knowing about that. So one of, it could be 100 or 99, and it's a way of numbering them. But, and sometimes you could sort of say, oh yeah, I remember I got 1 to 10, so I know where I'm getting. And it's stuff like that. It's recognition, recognizing areas, blah 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 blah, and it's a way of advertising your work in a very positive way because you get others as well. So I'm just going to do it good old I love this. I got this from when I was years ago on telly. And I was doing, I can't remember what I was doing, and they gave me this. What was I doing? Oh, the storage. You remember the Flecto and stuff? And then I did some else, and the guys gave me this because they were throwing it away. Yeah, because somebody said that it got a bit banged. I can't see where, but never mind. But one man's meat is another man's poison. And the other thing they didn't like is because it's an American brand, it's got centimetres and inches, and the centimetres at the bottom, inches at the top, and they didn't like that. So that's fair enough, though, isn't it? So I'm going to switch this over, put my block thing in, get me little. See, it's all here, look. Get me doofer. So it's 2.5 by 3.5. Okay, so 2.5. Right. Oh. Okay, I like that one, so I'm going to go with 2.5 there. Oh, now, which bit do I like? I like that bit at the back. I'll go with 3.5. Just do it that way. Okay, so oh, it's there. Right, so I'm looking at these now, and I'm just going to cut them. And just going to get the. These are great little backgrounds for the other ones because I can start drawing on them now. You don't have to sort of mark them first. That's just a choice I've made. But and look at your paper, see which bit you like. Oh God, this is, wow. I hope you're enjoying watching me cut paper up. So I'm just going to cut these up. So out of one sheet, you've got, fair diddle. And I don't know if you get 2 out of that. I think you don't. Oh no, you do, don't you? Yeah, you do. You do, don't you? Don't. So there. Right. You get a fair few from these, don't you? And I've got some biggies there, which I can use later. So we'll have a look at what we want now. And I don't tend to sort of worry too much about this at the moment. I'm just getting it all sorted. Put that back there. Oh, it's We Are Memory Keepers, the works. Glennis, it's Blavers! Yay! Me old mucker! Yay. This is a bit wibbly wobbly, isn't it? Yeah. Right, so got these. So I'm going to have a look at which I like. 2, 3. I tend to make as many as I can. And then sort of that needs a bit of TLC there. Yeah. But I've got these 2 as well that I could also. And what I tend to do sometimes is cut them up and then get some masking tape on the back and put them all back together in a different way. So it's hard for you to see, but there are some marks on that. So the next thing is we're going to put on some strips. So I'm just going to get my masking tape. Oh. And I'm just going to put on like that. It doesn't really matter how I do it or whatever, you just do it how you want it. I'm going to do it that way. I'm just going to put the back together like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's really strange. I don't know if I've done my embroidery, and it's really, really weird because I know Tina Barnett has done it as well. I mean, I've been doing, there's some pictures of me doing my embroidery like 30 years ago, but I've always done my beading as well. It was part of my degree, and it was amazing to get back into the idea of fibres, but and needlework and stitching and stuff. But it was really scary because you can't do ish. You know, it's got to be bob on, you know, really bob on. So I had to forget that idea of being a bit gung-ho with it. I had to sort of get it, nail it. If it was wrong, take it out. If it was right, yeah, you know what I mean? And it taught me some really good lessons about neatness and about how presentation is important and stuff. And sometimes you do get a little bit, you know, when you're doing stuff, you forget, especially with art, that my sort of art doesn't have to be neat and tidy and perfect, but you know, some does, otherwise it does, well, not always, but you know what I mean, it doesn't look right. So I've been doing something called gold work, and it was like, oh my word, that's got to be right. It's got to be right. There's no if and or buts about it. It's got to be right. And it's took me, oh, well, I've had 6 lessons on it. 6 2.5 hour lessons. Got another one coming up, entomology. I'm looking forward to it. And at least 100 hours. Yes, Glynis. I'm going to get my washing out in a minute. Right, so I've done that, like that, got that. I'm going to do that, put that on there. Now, I'm just going to get, oh, I like that strip. Oh, and I like that one and that one. So I'm going to get the waist. Okay. Lovely doubly. And I've got some tape. Now, this foam tape is double-sided. So, oh, that's, I can't have it on one like that. Oh, I'll have to leave it now. So I'll just do a little bit. Like that. At the moment, I'm just doing that bit at the moment, just giving it a nice gentle stroke, because the heat from your fingers is, you could do this with any of your 3D foam. The heat from your fingers will give it a bit of a, you know, what you would call it. I'm just going to see if it'll work on this. If it don't work, I'm not really worried. Yeah, it's give it a little bit. That's it. I just want a little bit of text, so just peel it back and you'll get like ghost effects from the back of the page. I mean, you can go in with a knife and peel it if you wish. So I've got that, a little bit more on. There we go. I've got a nice like strip of It's like very subtle text, you know. Lovely job there. That's worked. See how it's working better now like that? You get some nice text on it. So we've got that one there. Now I'm going to do one like that. Ah, that's wonky as well. What are you doing? Bloody wonky. That's because I'm rushing. Well, I'm not rushing, I'm just going too fast. Not too fast, I'm just sort of rushing. Yeah, I am rushing. Just rushing. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Bull in a china shop. That's what my dad used to say. So I've got a little bit of the text on now, which I'm happy with. But I want to create some. Now to tidy it up, I could put the white next to it. So if you've got anything that's a little bit and you don't want edges showing or anything, just put the white on it. But I don't need that just yet. But what I do need is some of the circles just to see what it's going to look like. So I have got some I don't want to do too many. See, I can put some on now. That's a bit much. And then some on later. See? So I've got all these weird things happening. Now what you can do is cut some of them smaller to go in and use a smaller punch, which would be a better idea. I've got some of these, but I do like these. I think this gives it, and then the white on the top will do it. Okay, so we've got that. Now what I've got here is my pencil. Sherlock. And I'm just going to put in some lines. I'll follow these with the pen in a minute. So putting this as wide as I can. And I just need, I'm just thinking now, I've got those two nice arches, so I have to be careful not overpower it. So but not to the point of too much, you know. And if you need to sort of widen your circles, you can just put a bit of tape down and then do it. Now just and move your paper. No, I think it needs that. Let me just see. Right, there we go. So I've got some lines. They look a bit mad at the moment. I'm going to put a pen on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with a jelly roll. and I'm hoping this will work if I can get the jelly roll. A bit of love on the jelly roll. Well, right, so I've got this, and I'm thinking this might be too much. Oh no, I'll use this. So this is one of the pencil metallic, dual metallics, and I'm just going to do a small line like that. I'm going to get one of my fine brushes. Fine. Do you know, I am absolutely sure that having too many brushes is bad for you, because what have I done to that? I'm going to have to go and clean some of these. Not clean them, I'm going to set them. I can't do that. That's very expensive brushes. Right, okay, so I've got a brush. Now, it all depends on where I want to choose. So it goes a bit red, this. Now, bear in mind, it's not watercolour paper, so I'm not going to get the same effect. So I'm just getting a red tint to it. So, get off. Now here, this depends on whether you want it in here or out it. Now I'm getting a pink tinge to it, but you using a black one would get something, different. So when I'm doing it to here, yeah, you would get a different reaction depending on what pen you're using. And and don't forget, I can rub it out if I want. In fact, I'm going to put a double line there. If in doubt, wiggle it out. So here I'm going to put in, let's see, so that one's in, so I'll put this one out. And if you want some more, you can get a little bit of pick it up from there like a watercolour. So we'll go with that one. So this is under, so we've gone over. So we'll go under. And if it's not working, get some more colour on it, I'll show you how. Under, over, just to give it a little bit of interest. I've changed some of the lines slightly because, and if you look, can you see it? It's like a massive rose. So even though, I don't want it to look like a massive rose. I don't want it to represent a perfect rose, but you get the lines and the shapes that you would get with doing the rose. So here you can sort of change things. And just forget that just forget that that's there, because we're going to work on it in a minute. So I'm going to go inside with that. And because it's not watercolour paper, I'm not getting, like a watercolour reaction, so to speak. I'm getting a card reaction, which means that it's grabbing. So just see some of the lines. Okay. Yes, never have enough paintbrushes, but You do get favourites, don't you? You do. And I've got Jane Davenport paints here. And she's got like an indigo in it. And it's not a blue. It's not really dark either, but I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on because it's a grey one and I really like it. So I'm just going to pop it on where I had it before. So I've got the pink and the grey together. I need a bit of a wash on it. So put some more water on. And you can see with it being card, it just soaks it up, you know. So I'm going to do a little bit more here. Get a little puddle here. And be pretty quick with it. Because if you're not, it won't want to change. So you can put a little bit of water on first, like that. And that allows you to, so that's wet into wet. So you get more of a blended look. You've seen all these before with things I've done. So it's wet into dry, wet into wet, you know, and these are all things you've done before with me. There's nothing new. We're just transferring all these skills, and that's what it's about, transferring the skills over. Oh, we've gone dark there. Boom. Oh, I like that. So I like this dark area, so I'm going to go into these areas here and just put a little bit of dark on. Like that. Just to transfer the depth I've got. And I'm just going to add a tiny bit of wash, not a lot, and get the colour right first. Just to tame this down, because in parts it looks really rubbish. And then I can pull bits off if I wish, you know, transfer it. If you've ever done it, you can peel back some of the layers and get the words on it. Look, there we go. So add a little bit of colour and peel off and you get the words back. But it's just tamed it like this bit is horrible. But that's tamed it right down now. So we've got that. Oh, Phil, Mummy, darling. Oh, you well. Oh, it's good to have my jammies back. I know I'll see you all later. So I'm looking at that. Is it enough? Have we got it? Yeah, I'm happy with that. So now what I'm going to do is put a few of these on. So I'm going to glue these flat, the first ones, and then the second ones will be decoupaged. And I didn't show you me. Did I? Oh, I do like the smell of this. Shouldn't really, but you do. Right, I'm just going to put in that there. I don't like that. I'm going to put it over. No, that way. Tell you why, it's two in the middle. It doesn't float without. So I'm going with where it joins. Look, if you're going to put glue on it, put it on properly. So we've got that. We've got about 3. Not yet. Right. Now I'm just looking at this to see if that works with it. It don't work with it just yet. It will do. It will do because it'll work with this, but I'm just wondering whether I like the brown areas because they just give it a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Right. What I'm going to do now is, she says, take my knife, and now I'm going to separate them. I don't really need to do that, do I? Let's just pull that off. I can now separate them. I love this tape. This is from my Lights Craft, and I've done too much, but you can take that off and reuse and reuse and reuse. Now, the only reason that's done that is, I'll tell you why, because I put water on it. So don't worry, you can reuse this, but I love this tape. Love it. So now, what I have to do is cut. Oh, that's why, because of that glue in it, of course. Right. Right, what we need to do here right, so I'm looking at them now and I need to cut them because it's still wet. What's happening is they're damp and they're not liking the fact that the knife's going through them, so I'll cut them with the scissors. Right, so I'll treat them now as separate. There we go. So I've got 4, so I'll set them up as 4s. So now what I'm going to do is just, yeah, I really like them. So now I'm just going to put no, I can't leave them. Right, so I've got them. That's at the bottom, that's at the top. That's there. I like that one. That one is that one. That one is that one. Now, I'm looking at the front, the top, the bottom. I'm just looking. Right. So I've got all that, and they're only simple ones, I know, but I really like the idea of the rose and the. I might just put tiddly bits of that on because I don't need too much. But I might do the rose now. So I'm hoping that you can see this. And if not, I'll see that. What I don't want is, I'll use this side. What I don't want is, I can use ones with bits of colour on like that, which might look good if I want to just put, say that one there's got a little corner on it. I could just put that there and it brings that corner to it, which I quite like. So yeah, use the other sides if you wish, or don't. So that one there, that one would fit over there or on there. You see what I mean? There, that's perfect for that there. I'll bring it up close. So we've got an edge here. So if I just put that there, it sort of continues the edge. Perfect. So I need that other one that's got a bit more colour on it. There it is. Okay. Right, there's another one. So let's have a quick look at colours. Right, there's a good one. There's a good one. So we've got that white one, that one. Keep that as a white one. Keep that as a white one. that one, keeping that one as that one. So now that one there, that one there. Oh, yes, and that one there. Even though I'm not doing 4, you know what I mean? I'm getting 4. So like that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get my pen. Well, do you know what? I couldn't find a number 8 if I tried. So and remember, it's turning it round and getting like a triangular shape. Like that. You can do as many as you want. You could do as many or as few as you need to. There we go. So we've got 3 like that and a bit multicoloured and stuff. So what I need to do is just very lightly, you won't be able to see it, but it's there. It's just a pen edge like that, or to get the very edge. That's it. So all I'm doing is covering the edge. I'm not going over to the front. I'll tell you why, because I don't need to. I just need to, like the edge needs to be identifiable against the background. So you're just making like a definition of it for the background, sort of, so it doesn't blend too much in. But if you wanted to, you could easily just do that. You know, blend it right in. Right, I've given this time to dry now because that's important. So I've got my 3. I've got another one there if I want. I'll do it anyway. I'll do it. I've not done the rolls on it yet, but maybe I'll do a smaller one as well. Oh, I'm rushing again. See? I'm losing plot. Right. Okay. Do that one there. Oh, edge. See what I mean? If I put them there, you can see that, but that one's, you can't see it really. So it isn't it. It's really messy at the beginning, but then when you see the things, you know, and don't forget you've got these, so you can, you know, which I'm going to do in a minute. I'm just going to do the odd one with a pen. But so what I'm going to do now is, I've got to remember, don't mess them up. It don't really matter because you can do whatever you blooming want with them, but I'm just going to put a little bit of colour on these because I do like them like this, but I think just that he has that wonderful pop of colour on his work, and I think sometimes that's all it needs, is that tiny bit of colour. And I mean, this is very colourful, but it's got such a punch. So I'm gonna have to going to go over it with all of it like this, and hopefully, I mean, that might disappear now, but I'm not too bothered. And then go in with my so I'm just going to put in a tiny bit more colours, just to give it a bit of depth. That's it. So I'll do another couple now, just water over all of it. If you're using watercolour paper, you won't have this. You'll be just fine, because you'll be able to sort of negotiate like the watercolour much easier, you know, the spreading of it. And whereas with this, it's, you know, I'm having to work really fast, but I do like the texture of it. I do like what it does. So, you know, even though it's not fit for this, well, that's the wrong word, right? Although it's not made for this, you know, don't forget that you can do a lot more than you think. And they might look really wishy-washy and horrible, but when you see things like half done, they look, it's like foundation work, isn't it? You know, it doesn't always make the rest of it sit well. Like going out without your pants on. No, you know what I mean. It's made for it to be, oh, that's a bit orange. It's made for it to be sort of built up. You know, laying the foundation down and then building up the colours from there. And I might add more. These are wonderful colours. I do love the colours. You see, I'm not a lover. This one's gone an orange base, but it'll do. So I've got me doofers. I'm going to see what they look like before. And it's sort of disappeared now, but I'm not really bothered. It doesn't faze me at all, because I prefer these like this. But I might have done it darker. That one goes there. This one is there. That one is, oh, it's who rattled her cages? See them? No, coming together. Yay, that's better. Right, so yeah. Jamila! Hey! Well, you can't get it wrong then, can you? Well, you can, of course you can, but you don't, you know, you don't really know what's happening. So you're not giving yourself an hard time when it's not perfect, because there isn't anything to be perfect, if that makes sense. I'm just adding some depth in the middle and just brushing it out a little bit, not being overly, I'm being quite painterly with it. Oh, I love that. Right, do you like them? I like them. I'm gonna slap them on now. And even though those lines have changed, they gave me a really good idea of where to put my stuff. So without me going, oh, does it want to be here? Does it want to be here? It don't matter, it's going there. Oh, hang on. Oh, you silly woman. I don't need to do it on there, but I get, where's my tape? These are going to be, some of them are going to be 3D. So when you think, Jamila, all you're using a bit of red and an archival. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. You could use a watercolour pencil, a pen like I have. Now, where did that go? Oh, there. Right, oh, put this one at the top there. Yeah, we're using very little resources, and you don't. Sometimes I do think we have too much. So, right, so we've got our 4. Okay, they look like that, which is all right. Now, I'm just going to tame the colour down a little bit to see. If I don't like it, I don't like it. So does it enhance it? Does it actually give it anything? Does that make an impact on it? Well, no, not at the moment. But I do like them. But does it give it any impact? I think the wording has done it enough. You know, do we want a white one popping in somewhere? The answer for me is no. Okay, so what I'm going to do, get my pen again. I'm going to give it some body. So here, I'm going to give this one a stalk. And all I'm going to do is put a little mark in it like that. And then I'm going to do, let me see, it's a little shape here. That's it. And then here. So we've got our little 3 there. I'm going to bring you down a bit because I'm conscious you can't see it. There we go. So all I'm doing now is putting like little finishing touches on it. So let's look at this one. So here we've got a shape coming through it. Let's put another shape in it so it works with it. And here we've got one very subtle, but it is there. We're using just a little block. And then here we'll just put, because I'm not a lover of the way this line's gone, so we'll make it dots like that. And it sort of, and all I'm doing is looking at the lines that I've got and just putting some definition on them. So have we got, no, this is pretty okay. I'm not, if there's a dodgy line on it, I'll change it. So I've got this one now, and this one's quite, so I don't really need to do that on there, but I do need a bit of patterning. So I think if I just do that, and then leave that. Let's look at this. Oh, sorry. And here, I like the idea of it sort of getting smaller and bigger and bigger and smaller. And there's this one. This is like, looks like a landscape, doesn't it? So I might try it on these, but I'm going to try it on this one first. because this is my spare. So I've got that shape. And I'm just going to see how this looks with that pattern. It's not bad, that, but I prefer these. Right, so now what I'm going to do is put some lines around these. Give them a little bit of structure. Like that. Again with this one. Defining. Oh, that's a bit of a bummer, that one, isn't it? Right, I'll just do it bottom then. And then put a little line on there. I'm not doing that one because, oh, I could, because it's a bit wobbly, but if you have got something like that, then the answer is yeah. If you've got anything like that and it is spoiling you, and it is spoiling it, and it is annoying me, just grab. Now we can have it that way or turn it that way. Have it that way, and I think that has fixed that now. So we'll look at this and do this here. No. Does it a little bit there? No. Here? No. Just need some defining lines. I am really happy with this now. And it started with that crazy background when I'm just adding loads of stuff to it. Not really thinking about what I'm doing. And then cutting it up and then finding my lines. And then going from there. And I mean, I have got some nice little things. Oh, go away. They're not out of date. I've only just done them. Right, so I've got this pen and I've got another one there. So I'm going to put these three here. I'm going to look at them. I'm going to put these there because I don't really need them. But let's have a little nosy at them now. I could put, if I wished, might be nice, just a strip of white on them just to break that up. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? You could just, if ideally, it's up to you, obviously, but if you want to just put a white piece on it, just to give it a little bit more, you know. So I'm looking at that. Do I need any more white on it? And I'm thinking, perhaps just on the flower itself, it might. And all I'm doing is putting some little circles on it. It's not very noticeable, but I know they're there. And colouring them in looks quite nice. But you don't have to do this. This is just me messing now. To me, these are the best bits, you see, because it's all about the finishing. Like that. Now, I really like them. Hello, Denise. Did you not, Jackie? Have a surprise, Joe. Have a surprise, Joe. Thought I might. Thought I might. Now, what I'm going to do is just I think it needs it. I know I've got my little thingy there, my doofer, but I'll cut the edges off. And the way I'm doing that is just rounding them. I'm just using the scissors and moving the paper. It's not great, but just get me. I have got my round corner rounder, but it's over there and falling on the floor now. So, oh, I love these now. Right, you see, tied it all up now and get rid of all these. And then there's one little last bit that I need to do. So I've got my 3. I've got this. I don't want to go put any more dark colours on it because I think I've got enough. So what I did before is, it does help if you're cutting straight. So that's better. And if you do want a bit of an edge, like that, I'll just show you. It's quite easy, but just be careful with it. So you just tiny bit like that. That's it. You don't want, see, it's just doing it quite nicely now without overpowering it. So I'll do them and show you the difference. Yeah. Where did you think I was going with it, Jackie? I'm interested in that. Hopefully you'll be able to see where I went from Wednesdays to this one. Oh, by the way, turning the corner. Yeah, I feel much better. I'm going out for my walk in a minute, as I do. I'm going to do 6 miles today. Well, no, I won't push it. I won't push it. I need a new pair of boots. I've not been able to wear them for ages because I've got this problem with my feet with my arthritis. So I'm waiting for them to heal, and then I need a new pair of boots. The Berghaus have gone to Berghaus 7. I have had them for 30 years, 35. So what I've done is I've just gone round it with a little bit of black rock. No, I haven't. Little bit of card, archival, not card. So I'll just put this down. I'll just show you now. That's without, I've not finished that. That's without anything around the edge. And then these are with, you can have them any way you want. It doesn't necessarily say have it as a flower, but because it's, you know, Rennie Macintosh, so you can keep it like that. What I might do, just to give, what do you reckon? Are you knowing what I'm gonna do? So does anybody know? Let's see, I'm not gonna say it. Duffer. Where is it? Come on. Right. But what about putting that there? Do you like the edging? Smells better, isn't it? So I don't want all of it. And it's flat. And I'll put the black on. Put too much glue on so it's wobbling around. Oh, for God's sake, come on. Right, so when I put that together with that, yeah, just need to line it now. And that together with that. There we go. Oh, thank you, Denise. I won't say they were beautiful, but I really like them. They're better than I thought they would be. Seriously. Much better than I thought. But they do give you that, hopefully, that Macintosh feel, don't they? And a doofalo. What one? What? Oh, they're not, but thank you. So let's just remind ourselves what we did. So we got a piece of card, and we used rectangle. We used a piece of card. Let me get it all out so you know. You can see a piece of rectangle card, and then we used rectangle die stencil, and we went over it with archival in about 2 or 3 layers. Then we cut it out into ATC sizes. So we chose whichever ones we want. You know, we got to about that, didn't we? Chose whichever ones you want. Then re-glued them together. And then went back over them with everything. And we added some black pen that went pink, with a bit of watercolour around the edges that we saw. When after we'd gone round with a big compass and a pen and watered it out. Then we added the foam tape with the text, ripped the paper off it. Then we added a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And Bob's your Uncle Fanny's your aunt. But we've got all these that we could use. If you wanted to and you wanted to go a little bit, I mean, in this one, I'll do it in this one because I think we should, everybody, when you're doing these things, you should have a sample so that you can try it on that. Sometimes they turn out best as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit here. So I'm going to do a dot, a dash, and a dot. See, that looks gorgeous. So you could add to it if you wanted. So I might just go in the background there. See it? So I might just go oh wow, quite nice, isn't it? Oh, thank you guys. Can you see how that, you know, if you do littler ones or even small ones in here, you could do. This is enough one because there's a bit missing there, but you could do. Oh, don't mind that. That's rubbish. Throw that away. Well, oh yeah, I know one. There was another one, wasn't there? You could just get, you know, and start doing like little sections on here. So you could add your own patterns. But I really do like them. I think some of these lines look dodgy. So using that pen is great, but then you can go back over it to make it look super clean. Let me show you what I mean. Some of the pen lines might have gone a bit. That one's okay. That was all right. It was just that one. Oh, here we go. This here. So what you can do is put another one in and add it as a pattern. And then that's super cleaned up now. Yeah, do you get it? So if you've got a dodgy line or anything you don't like there, you could add dodgy lines to it. Now I'm super happy with that. An hour and a quarter. I could have done it in an hour because I was just waffling at parts. But I'm going to see you next Friday. But I will show you in the meantime my not today, unless you want to see it. I can show it you if you want. I've got to do ends. We've done our Macintosh in the style of. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you again to my Patreons. I think the world of you. And I'd love to see what you do. Using the same idea, different aspects, different ideas, different sort of approaches. are welcome. Just input your own design on it. As always, huge amount of love to you. I will put my washing out now. I'm great in it, rock and roll line feel. So big love. See you next Friday. That's the date. Don't forget. And I'll put these all in my Patreons. Yeah. And you can have all them. So I will see you soon. Bye.